Hi everyone, I am Ronnie Jean, aka Respect the Deck, and I am here with a reading for the collective. So all signs, not just one, but all 12. This one's for everyone. I wanted to mention that not only is it a full moon in Pisces, but the start of Mercury retrograde is today. See, I can't even talk. So communication is heightened. Making sure that we dot all of our I's and cross all of our T's. Make sure that we're thinking straight and we're able to communicate exactly what it is that we're thinking and feeling without there being much room for miscommunication. However, miscommunication is expected at this time because of Mercury being retrograde and that being something that happens during this time. So, interestingly enough, all the cards that I picked, all the decks that I picked are blue. Blue is associated with the throat chakra, and the throat is associated with speaking our truth. And that's something that's important for us to do, is to always speak our truth, even at the risk of, misinterpretation on the part of the person receiving what it is that, we're sharing. The first card that came up is the Ace of Wands. And for me, this is a card that indicates a very passionate time, a time where passions are heightened. So this card coming out is the opportunity to share your passions with others, with the world, with whomever you deem worth sharing with. Opportunities may be coming in for you to express your passion. This could be passion for your art, your work. It could be passion for another individual. But this is the universe gifting you the opportunity of expressing your passion in a situation that's fitting. With the Death card coming up, I feel like there's change that needs to happen. There's changes that have to take place. There are things that need to end. Situations that need to come to an end. Relationships that need to come to an end. Ways of thinking, ways of behaving, ways of being that need to come to an end. Things, I think now, maybe with Mercury being retrograde, it's a time to not speak as much as we are reflecting. I think it's important for us to reflect on what it is that we need to change within ourselves to make for a better quality of life. With the Death card here, I feel like, change comes whether, we're ready for it or not. So we best be prepared to accept change, much like the Pope here, who's kind of welcoming it. Then you got, the child who's, completely oblivious, because of their innocence. And then you got the woman that's fainting over here because she's, deathly afraid of this, this being that's coming in heralding change. So, it's best to kind of get ahead of it if you can, rather than, just let something happen to you bad, for example, that, forces you to change. This is like try and change before something happens that forces you to have to change anyway. I feel with the Seven of Swords coming up, there's something that's being withheld. Maybe things not being said or spoken about, things that are kept inside, things that you're trying to conceal. You know, you may be trying to, you may be walking away from something or a situation, having not revealed all of your true thoughts or feelings to this person. You know, you may be holding back. This gives me vibes of holding back, and withholding, some can consider lying. And this card is associated with deception and lies. So if you're not being completely transparent, then, you know, you can be considered as a sneaky individual, or someone that's not always truthful or forthright. Ten of Pentacles is a card that talks about getting to a point where, you know, I feel this card means a divinely guided and orchestrated kind of connection and life that's awaiting you. I feel like this is coming in if it's not already yours. You know, maybe this has to do with someone you need to speak up with and tell how you feel, because this card is a card of family and togetherness and happiness. And I always looked at the guy, well, the older man here, as like this, like an elder that's kind of supporting this union. You know, he approves of it. So, you know, it thrives. The connection thrives. Keep having to clear my throat. I wonder why. So this is yours. This is, you know, something that's guaranteed to you. If it's not in your life now, it's coming. Something may need to happen first that, you know, changes things. You know, with this Tower card, this is change, but abrupt change. Something kind of happening out of the blue that's unexpected. That forces change, which we talked about earlier, which you really don't want. But if you keep going the way that you are, and, you know, withholding and, you know, not really sharing how you truly feel, then, you know, maybe that relationship, for example, will end itself, or the universe will end it if you don't, you know, if you don't do it. Because this card is like the shock of enlightenment. You know, basically like something happening that just brings a totally new perspective and shift in the way you think and feel. Something changing, something happening that way. And leaving you with a sense of grief and loss. As you can see, there's 3 cups turned over here, which the person is kind of, you know, mourning the loss of the you know, contents in the cup. But they do have the 2 cups remaining, so they can take these 2 cups and carry them home across the bridge to home and start anew. But, you know, the grieving has to happen. You know, you got to grieve your losses. And that's okay. But you will be victorious. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands. You will reign victorious at the end. In spite of whatever changes come about, whether you initiate them or the universe and God does, you will still be victorious in the end. You will still reign supreme. You will get the adoration and the admiration that you so desire and deserve. People will see how hard you worked to get to where you are. You know, they'll see that the losses that you took throughout, you know, didn't stop you. You know, you kept going in spite of what's happened to you. You know, the circumstances that either you've created or that life has put in your way. But you will reign supreme. You will get the recognition that you deserve for all of your hard work, and people will see that, and they'll celebrate you and celebrate with you these victories. Well, just to kind of recap, Ace of Wands, the universe is giving you the opportunity to express your passions, whether it be for a creative endeavor or a connection, a relationship, or a potential partnership. You have to take some time to reflect on the changes that need to be made in your life, because change is coming regardless to if you're ready for it or not. So best be like the Pope and welcome it than be like the fainting lady and, you know, be so terrified of it that you can't stand the sight of it. Seven of Swords, if there's things that you're withholding and not being completely 100 about, you know, think about, spend that time reflecting on the changes that you need to make, including that of your communication. You know, don't hold back so much and think that you're going to get away with withholding for long enough for things to work in your favor, because they won't if you're not being truthful and honest and upfront about, you know, what you think and feel. Then you got the Ten of Pentacles here, so I feel like financial abundance is coming as well. I didn't mention that the first time around, but financial abundance and family happiness, togetherness, divinely orchestrated and supported union is all promised here in this card. After some change happens, some things take place that maybe shake things up in your life. You know, this is if you don't get ahead of the change. Like I said before, try to think about what changes need to be made before something happens that forces that change on you. You may experience some loss, but you won't lose it all. There's still hope. There's still optimism to be had. You know, after you grieve those losses, you can pick up those 2 remaining cups, bring them home, and get to work again. At the end of the day, you will reign victorious. You will be victorious, and you'll get the admiration and adoration of those around you who see the positive changes that you've made in spite of any bad circumstances. Now I'm going to pull from my Moonology deck, since we are, you know, since it's a full moon, and again, another blue deck. If you can see, it's blue. more throat chakra activity. Okay. All right. We got the full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. The full moon eclipse, conclusions are within reach. So let's go ahead and find that page so I can read the, here we go. Okay, so full moon eclipse, conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. Yep, this is that Tower moment. This is that, the Death card right here again. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. Yeah, this is that Tower card, I'm telling you. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, which is that change, the Death card, what is it that you're changing? You're you know, trying to get ahead of that change, remember. Know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving this situation in a positive way. So exercising some forgiveness in this situation is necessary. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. Attuned to the moon, that which is meant for me will not pass me by. Like the 10 of Pentacles, the financial abundance, the family, the happy, healthy family. Like that won't pass you by. That's all yours, you know? Additional meanings for this card: doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Seed control and let events unfold. The teaching. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. No, full moon in Pisces now. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life. And this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. So now is a time for you to exercise forgiveness, show forgiveness to those who have wronged you, so that, you know, you can move on, because you don't want to be stuck in a certain mindset or mind frame that keeps you from progressing forward. So definitely know that, you know, now is the time to make these changes that you may have been putting off. You know, if it's a relationship that needs to end because you don't feel you can be yourself and express how you feeling, then, you know, you need to do that and find the strength and the courage necessary to end that relationship so that you're able to move on and free yourself from a situation that could be holding you back. You know, maybe it's a job that you need to get out of and look for something new. You know, search for a new job, enter a new field, maybe challenge yourself to see what it is, you know, you're capable of and you can do, and can control. The bottom of the deck card here is the cardinal moon. Be bold and make the first move. So without even looking at the card or at the interpretation in the book, you know, this is basically saying, be bold, make the first move, you know, do what you got to do, make that change that you've been putting off. You know, it's important. And I'm going to pull one more card from one more deck. And it's my alchemy deck. I haven't used it in a while. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. All right, let's see here. Forgive my appearance, guys. I got work today. I've had work pretty much every day. It has not been easy, for sure. But, you know, such is life. Nothing worth having is easy gotten. Is easy to get. Is that the, I don't know what the saying is. It's something like that. But let's see. Ooh. Gold. Gold is the card that came out. So let's look that up. Let's see what gold means. Gold, gold, gold. All right, gold. Let's put that there. Can y'all see that? The beauty of these cards? Sheesh. I swear Kim Kranz is such a beast. All right, gold. Illumination, splendor, culmination. The alchemist's gold is no ordinary gold. It is not found in rings or coins or necklaces. It is a substance buried deep within, sometimes referred to as gold of the wise, philosophic gold, the ethereal stone, or the divine quintessence, among countless other names. For our purposes, we seek not the physical metal, but the mystical essence within each alchemist. How do we recognize it? It mimics qualities of the metal itself, soft and radiant, and its planetary counterpart, the sun, warm and bright. It's no wonder gold is associated with the heart. When this card arrives, there is something of incredible value at hand. It is marvelous and rare. Cherish it, get to know its properties and its source. The gold carries a distinct shadow. If mistaken for a purely physical material, it can lead to greed and excess, causing the alchemists to lose their way. Reverence is the key. Go deeper. Read Robert Frost's poem, Nothing Gold Can Stay. To ponder, every path has a noble path. In addition, in some wisdom traditions, gold is seen as a nectar, a sap, a honey-like substance coming from trees, bees, and even the pineal gland. Open yourself to the gold's infinite sources. Then you got your gold may be entirely different from someone else's. It is important for the alchemists to respect their own unique journey toward a righteous and resplendent goal. So if you have goals that, you know, you need to reach, that you're wanting to reach, this is a positive sign. It's telling you that your goal is different from everyone else's. And you got to respect your own unique journey toward a righteous and resplendent goal. When I read the part that says there's something of incredible value at hand, it is marvelous and rare, cherish it, get to know its properties and its source, I thought about that being you, right? And how valuable you are. You know, you are gold. Splendid. This card is saying cherish yourself, get to know yourself. Maybe if you're ending that relationship, quitting that job, whatever it is that you're changing, you know, that change again you're trying to get ahead of, remember, because it's coming regardless. You know, you got to get to know yourself, you know, spend more time with yourself, or get to know you, love yourself, cherish yourself. and all the qualities that you have, all these beautiful qualities and characteristics that you possess. You know, you need to get back in touch with yourself and really look at yourself as the beautiful, splendid human being you are. You know, you have to cherish yourself. You have to do these things. It's important. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have, guys. You know, with this full moon, you know, full moons are about endings and things of that nature, change. You know, so think about it, you know, make a choice, make a change, and that way you'll make room for what it is you really want. Because if it's not what it is that you have now, then you have to be honest with yourself about that. And maybe that's what you're hiding and holding back. The fact that you're not completely content with your life as it is and you want there to be some kind of change. But reflect on the changes that need to be made and make those changes as you see fit so that your 10 of Pentacles can come in. That's all I have. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy full moon in Pisces. Happy Mercury retrograde. Good luck through it. I'm not even trying to be funny. This is nervous laughter. All right, guys. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.